Hi Abby, thank you for having us today. We just recently completed a lovely extension for you here. So this is an Edwardian home.
Yep.
And you've got two lovely children and hubby, and so you decided to do an extension.
Mm-hmm.
So what was the reason for adding the extra space?
Well, initially we had really good sized bedrooms, so that was good. We've got two girls, and our bedroom was a good size, but we probably just needed an extra bathroom. So we thought, why don't we do a renovation and just add an extra bathroom, and then it sort of evolved into us having an ensuite and a walk-in robe, which was all very nice, and having a powder room, and then making the girls' bathroom a bit larger, and then having a nice open space at the back. So yeah.
Well, look, they had a 1910, 1920s Edwardian home. It was a bit tired, I guess is how you might say it, and it had had an extension put on it in the probably 70s. And it was a bit of a rabbit warren at the back, so really wanting to make some more space for their family, got a couple of kids, and make the kitchen living area open back onto the garden. Probably our specialty, doing a ground floor extension on a place like this, and just sort of utilising the garden a bit better, creating a much nicer kitchen living area than what was here. Oh, I love the way they've done the cabinetry and even the handles. It's just, it suits the style of the house. So obviously it's all modern out the back here, but it really ties in with the Edwardian theme of the house.
So when you made that decision to do an extension and to do this, undertake the work, did you what made you choose a design and build company like with Supergroup?
I think, my husband had a very good relationship with Neil, we thought well trusted, we can sort of go with a company that's got a good reputation as well, and we didn't want anything too fancy, so we didn't want like an architect or anything. We just wanted a good build that was going to last the test of time, so that was why we sort of went.
Excellent. So you hadn't actually contemplated going through an architect at all, or no,
too expensive. too much more.
Yeah.
Interestingly, the client themselves had a lot to do with the design of this house, and Luke, I think he fancied himself as a designer, and he actually did a very good job, and he perhaps pushed the boundary. We've gone onto the boundary in a couple of spots here, and that's given them extra space within the house.
And so, in terms of the process itself, like obviously when we discussed, you had a consultant come out with you and discuss with you and Luke exactly what you wanted to do.
Yeah.
How did you find the whole concept design process?
It was really good. I mean, they sort of, they were very good with just different ideas and what we could, maybe thinking outside the square and thinking of ideas that we probably wouldn't have thought of. So we had, I guess Luke and I had a certain idea what we wanted, and then they sort of, I guess it was sort of, it made things, you sort of think, oh, maybe we can do like a different way of this and do some different, aspects of it. So
so offer different options.
Yeah, different options, and it was very relaxed, very easy. I think the whole process was very relaxed and easy.
Did you find the 3D design help you visualise potentially how the home was going to look in the end?
Definitely.
Yeah, we're building on the boundary here, so obviously when you're building on the boundary, you've got interesting issues in terms of, you've got to just be so careful in terms of your construction, the way you lay the job out in the first instance, but it's also how you get the roof line to work so that it drains properly and you don't end up with issues, because obviously you've got gutters running along the boundary, so that's obviously something we've got to take a lot of care with, make sure that we get right. Yeah, just windows, getting these, obviously getting these big doors in and making sure they slide properly, so obviously have to have a good door supplier, and it's when these doors are open, it's just beautiful. You just the outside comes into the back room of the house. It's just quite lovely.
I think Luke and I are both visual people, so it's a lot easier to kind of have something in your mind when it's visually on a screen. So I think, yeah, that definitely helped.
Oh,
yeah.
excellent.
Yeah.
So in terms of if we talk about the actual work on site, so from my understanding, you didn't actually live in the home during the works. Obviously, there was a lot going on.
Yep.
But in terms of, if we talk time frame, so how long were we actually working on the project for?
So it was around 6 months, so pretty quick for a pretty major renovation.
Yes,
basically.
absolutely.
Yeah.
And in terms of the, how did you find, obviously, dealing with the trades and the supervisor on site?
Excellent. They were very, very good. I mean, I think, we obviously had to make a lot of decisions, as in, what taps do we need, and those sort of things. But overall, like, they were very organised, and would send weekly reports. So you were very, well informed, basically. Yeah. So yeah, no, it was very good, very good.
So if I had to ask you, what was the hardest part of doing the extension and renovation?
The only hard part was moving out of our house. So, because I think it was very quick for a renovation of this size. We obviously couldn't live in it because we had to do our laundry, kitchen, bathroom. So it's really unlivable. That's just the hardest part, is just moving out. And if you could do it in such a quick turnaround, then that's even better. So I think, the only hard part was us having to move everything out of the house so they could get all the work done, basically. So yeah.
This is a beautiful blend of old and new, and you've got the beautiful old Edwardian features, and the front room of this house. The client still loves to sit in the front of the old section of the house, and I love that about these old houses, because it respects the streetscape. You've just got you can't recreate 100 years with a brand new room, and you come in a place like this. Clients sit here and read their books and listen to their music. It's just a lovely, comfortable, warm atmosphere.
As a company, do you feel like you had that full support? Was there anything that you felt could have been done better?
I mean, I can only say positive things. Like, I don't think there was anything. You're always going to have maybe like delays in certain things, but nothing major. And I think you did such a great job in just, from, I guess, the supervisor point of view, and getting everything on board, and all your trades as well. Like, they were awesome. I mean, I can't fault you. So I think it's mainly positive, stuff.
So we've been completed now for a little while.
Yep.
How did you find the whole aftercare in terms of that support and, with little issues which sometimes occur after the build?
Yep.
How responsive did you find the company?
Excellent. I mean, there's always going to be defects, and there's always little things that you got to fix, but very minor things. I found, obviously, we had very good communication with you guys. Always helpful, and the whole process was a pleasure. So it's nice to kind of finally coming to our finished product.
And lastly, I'm going to ask, if you had to make a recommendation to someone who's potentially looking at doing an extension, what would you recommend with Supergroup? I mean, is there something in particular, or a piece of advice that you'd like to pass on?
I think, it's a very personable touch, and I think with Neil, I think he's very personable, and he comes and sees the people that he's doing, the product on, and I just think it's almost got that nice family business orientation to it. So it's very, it's very nurturing and very lovely to kind of be part of, and do a great job. Like, it's just the workmanship is perfect. I think, we couldn't fault anything. The work, I think it was better than we expected, to be honest. Like, we came in and it was much better than I expected. So,
how much are you loving it now?
Love it, absolutely love it.
Would you do it again?
Probably Probably not, no. We probably wouldn't do it again because I think this was our final, that's why we sort of went and did like a proper renovation. Hopefully this is a home we're going to live in for the rest of our lives, and hopefully maybe the girls can, we'll hand it down to the girls when we've gone to pasture. But yeah, like we hope this is like our one and only home, our forever home now. So we don't need to move. It's in a good location. Close to everything, so yeah.
Well, lovely, thank you, Abby. It's absolutely been a pleasure. We love the home, and we look forward to actually sharing the lovely video and photos on our website soon.
Thank you.
Thank you.